All right, well, hundreds of people are expected to be in Bloemfontein this weekend for the ANC's 111th birthday celebrations. The city has recently come under scrutiny for not being transparent with the readiness of its main venue, but it denies these claims. Provincial officials say the Petrus Molemela Stadium is ready to host the party's events. Well, for more on this, we're joined by CEO of the Free State Gambling, Liquor and Tourism Authority, Kenny Dichabe. Kenny, thank you so much for your time and thank you for joining us this morning. Of course, we know that the ANC's events attract thousands. You're expecting this to boost the local economy. Talk to us about that.
No, thank you, Ndobozo, and good morning, and thanks for the opportunity. Morning to the AM report family. Yes, indeed, as you said yourself in your intro, it is the 111th, celebrations of the ANC, the popularly known as January 8th statement. Now, indeed, it is a massive event on the calendar, especially in the Free State, in the city of Mangaung. It is our firm belief that the events, industry continues to rejuvenate demand and grow the domestic tourism. Therefore, a successful event that can help boost the area via a media exposure. And it can, of course, attract future visitors, provide local jobs, and help make a case for local infrastructure development. And, of course, the multitudes of ANC members and non-members alike will always descend on the city of Bloemfontein, Mangaung, the city of Roses, to represent to us a domestic tourism market. They would obviously, being here, consume a diverse, diversity of products and services ranging, of course, from accommodation, food and beverage, transport, and engage, of course, in the therapy associated with what South Africa loves as a pastime, which is shopping. Now, the nighttime economy as well comes into play here, which is basically, anchored around the local bars and pubs and clubs, and of course, places of entertainment generally, and as they create thousands of jobs, and they become, and they are indeed a key driver of expenditure in cities across the world.
Mm. Of course, the event itself is a moment in time. We know that ANC members, their presence has been felt since, yesterday, right up until Sunday. How do we ensure that this boost to the economy translates into actual economic development for the localities in Mangaung?
Of course, you would look at this particular event not in isolation. You would look at it in the context of the major events that have been held in the city. Now, case in point would be the well-known Makufu Festival. I mean, it happens in this city. So from that end, it goes without saying that the city does benefit from these mega events. And of course, the multiplier effect goes beyond, and oftentimes the concentration would be in the city itself, however, as in town. However, there's the sprawling township of Mangaung. So the multiplier effect goes beyond the borders of Bloemfontein, the city as it were. It goes into the greater Mangaung metropolitan municipality. So, and these events, of course, give us an opportunity to be able to test ourselves in terms of whether are we still able to position and claim our space as a city and as a province with these mega events, and indeed unlock a lot of potential from infrastructure to future investments in the city. And of course, it gives us an opportunity to be able to tell what is it that we need to do as a province, as a city, to make sure that we are able to host these mega events going forward.
Yeah. Well, Kenny, a criticism of, major events like the one we're heading into is that the cash injection, especially one of this magnitude, often ends up seeing funds, monies circulating within the hands of a few. We have a local economy, we have a township economy that is in need of much support. How do we ensure that, we don't see outsourcing of opportunities here, and we don't see the circulation of monies in the hands of a few, but we do see it being spread out and distributed fairly amongst all those who could possibly be involved in this event?
Look, of course, from any event of this magnitude, you look at the benefits, as I said, accrue to almost every single part of the city. For instance, if you look at the event itself, will be held at the Dr. Molemela Stadium in the township in Rockland. Now, you would imagine on the day, just a simple case in point, you can imagine the number of SMMEs that will be in and around the stadium precinct, selling all sorts of things. So, and that's just, but on the SMME side, but then again, you look at accommodation. Accommodation, yes, chock-a-block, everything is almost, generally sold out in and around the city. But the township economy has also benefited because if you look at Bloemfontein, Mangaung, there are a lot of B&Bs that are established and situated in the townships that are benefiting. They are also fully booked, but consistent with what happened during the 2010 World Cup, where the phenomenon of a home stay, came to the fore as part of the supply side of the sector of tourism. So I know for a fact that a lot of people in and around the city have opened up their own homes, to people that are coming to the event, as it were. And once again, I must emphasize that our view of the event, it is the number of people that are coming here, because we are about tourism, we are about destination marketing. So we're taking the space and claiming that descending tourist, domestic tourist who comes into the city. So that's where our focus pretty much is. And we are certain that, from all the pubs and Chisanyamas in the township, there'll be nowhere to literally walk and drive in and around Mangaung during this time. Right.
Well, talking about the Dr. Petrus Molemela Stadium, just shy of a few weeks ago, we were cautioned about the state of the stadium, it being non-compliant when it comes to, safety and security. The ANC, of course, refuting those claims on Monday, painting a very different story. What do you make of that turnaround time? The fact that on the 21st of December, we were hearing that the stadium has no ablution facilities, it has no fire or electricity certificates, to now suddenly being a stadium that is fit and proper and compliant with safety regulations?
Well, I would not profess to be speaking on behalf of the ANC or the Metro, as it were. However, being part of, the greater, stakeholders within this space, we know for a fact that indeed, as you would have had the Secretary General of the ANC, Dichabe stating for the record that indeed the venue is ready.
Right.
And the safety of the multitude of members or supporters of the ANC that will be there is secure. But in as far as the turnaround is concerned, it is testimony, Tokozo, to what can be done on, when government works together. It is the metropolitan municipality working with all stakeholders. That's why that turnaround time was able to be achieved. And I don't think it is something that is untoward, really.
All right. Kenny, thank you so much. We are going to have to leave that conversation there for now.